Sheikh Rabi making this video almost after 1.5 years, I think, or maybe 1 year. I'm gonna discuss about my journey again with you guys. It's been almost 2 years, a few more months, and it's gonna be 2 years for me. And I came here through the Digital Nomad Visa, which is the D8 visa. But this video is gonna be important for you if you're an immigrant from any country and came through any visa, because it's going to be a general knowledge sort of video where I talk about the different bureaucratic stuff, my experience, some practical advices, and so on and so forth. It's basically going to be a good video. It's going to be informative, and I hope you really like it. So let's go. And just to start, when you're into Portugal, you need to have some really important stuff, and for some countries where the requirements are that you need to get it before, these are some of the important documents that you need to have it before or after your arrival. First thing is the NIF, which is your tax document. The second is the NIS, which is your social security. And again, you don't have to have a NIS, you can have a private insurance, but for renewal purposes, for your car purposes, you need to have this. Again, you don't, what you can do is you can go online and get your NIF application from a third party, or it's completely free. NIF and NIS is completely free. You can go to a finances office and you can apply for a NIF. You need your passport, you need a bank account, or you don't need a bank account for NIF. You can just apply with a passport as well. For NIS, you can apply online as well with a passport. It's been a bit difficulties for some people, and that's why I suggest that you can also use some online platform to get it done. You can also ask some friend of yours to go and apply for you. And for the NIF, you need to firstly have, because your address is not going to be Portugal when you come here, so you need to have a representative, which you can later on remove them once you have your address in Portugal. And you need to be really wary of this, because some third party charges you per year annual fee if you have a representative on it. So just for anyone who is still just for anyone who still has a representative and has moved on to Portugal and changed their address, please remove that representative so you don't get charged. And these are some of the most important stuff that you need to have in the document side once you have landed or once you're preparing your application. And again, the applications may differ, the visa application may differ from countries to countries, so you need to see your VFS document checklist on their website to what you need to have. But generally most of the things are almost the same for all the countries. There are just one or two things, or maybe two or three things that may be different, but you need to check the website, the VFS website, for more information. So the first, residency, right? So you get the card for 2 years. Generally that is the case. If there's someone who's saying that they got the card for 1 year, they got 3 years, that's, I don't know about that. Sometimes they get 1 year for in the case of a student or vocational training, they can get it for 1 year. But for generally people get it for 2 years. I got it for 2 years as well. And what it basically helps me to be a resident over here, and I can travel to different Schengen countries as well. I could travel to Spain, to Germany, to France, and all this with that card. I don't need my passport for that. The validity is for 2 years, and what you need to adhere to 8 months rule. Basically, you cannot stay out of the country for more than 8 months. And this is non-consecutive. For example, if you're consecutively out of the country, you can be there out of the country for 6 months only consecutively. And this is for the whole 2 years of the residency card. Again, there's a lot of debates and a lot of things that people have said, but I've gotten this legal advice from different lawyers and accountants, because of course I need to look at this from a tax residency purpose as well. However, this is not because of tax residency, it is their rule, so you need to follow that. Renewing your residence permit. So this year I'm going to renew my residence permit. There has been a lot of difficulties for people to renew it. However, what the government has done is extended the validity, so you can actually travel with your expired residency up until June of 2025. However, please do not Do not just go and roam around with your invalid residency permit. There are a lot of things that you need to understand before you actually do that. But the renewal is basically you stay here for 2 years, you adhere to the policy and everything, then you can renew your residency, which then gives you a 3 years extension, 3-year card as well. So this is basically the process of getting to, firstly going through the process of 2 years and then getting a 3-year card, and then this basically goes towards your citizenship. If you adhere to the policies and the rules and the guidelines the government has given us. Exploring Portugal. So I have discovered Portugal in the sense that I have explored from the south region to the most north region, not to the most north region, which is probably I think Braga or Bragança. I have gone through Algarve, Faro, Portimao, Albufeira, and then I have gone to Lisbon. I used to live in Lisbon. I have gone to the central part as well. I have traveled to Torres Vedras. I have traveled to Caldas, to the east and the west side as well. I have been to the beaches as well, Peniche, Nazaré, and there's so many different cities and towns within Portugal, and it's very beautiful, very rich culture, and the really great regions, with the mountains, the beaches, and it's actually true what they say about Portugal. It's one of those places where you really like the place because it's very captivating. And the food as well, they have certain food, maybe different tastes. People do not, maybe people have different tastes, but we cannot say that Portuguese has great, they have great food taste, and I would say it goes hand to hand with their culture. And there are different festivals over here, great festivals. And I was just talking about my trip, so I've been to Aveiro as well, and to the all smaller towns as well, just with my ride. So I have seen all the other places. Sintra is one of those places, very beautiful place. Porto Alegre, and then to Porto, and to again all smaller and cities, which really actually gives you an insight of how Portugal is very beautiful. And the coastal areas, of course, like I said, it's one of the most loveliest place to be. And the cost, if you're in Lisbon, it's gonna be really not really but expensive, in the sense that within Portugal the average minimum wage is a little bit low as compared to different places. If you're coming from the United States, if you're coming from the United Kingdom, you might see that a bit low. And if you're earning over here, the cost is significantly higher. Food is affordable, not that I wouldn't say that it's that expensive or very cheap, but it's very affordable. And travel experience, I would say I've been to different parts of the world, to the US, to the UK, and Dubai, and any other places as well. I can say that travel is slightly cheaper. The Ubers and the taxis are still is within an affordable range. So like I talked about my travel experience with you guys already, and one of the best place that I really like is Algarve. Not it's because of the stunning beaches, of course, and such a good touristic area where you can actually find a lot of people from different countries over there, and they're really enjoying, and it's really great. The whole place is a very vibrant sort of city, so I really like that place as well. So the challenges and to immigrating to Portugal. So I can tell you that like any other place, you need to know the language, you need to study the language, you need to have basic understanding of the language, and to be able to speak to someone or get your work done, whether it's in bureaucratic offices, or it's in the streets, or it's basically navigating towards through shops and getting your things done. But the language is a bit for me, as coming from a background where I don't have any Latin language experience, it gets a bit challenging for me, but it's muy difícil, but I'm still learning. Social life, the social life in Lisbon, I would say, is very vibrant. There are a lot of immigrants, expats in Lisbon, and in different parts of the Portugal as well. But it is actually something where it's a bit difficult, and with the way I think. With the way it is structured, it is a bit difficult to get your own social connections, and maybe like have a group of own expats over there. Maybe it might be easier for some other people, but I find it a bit challenging. Career is a bit over there. I do not need to like work over here. I work online, so I don't really need that. But I've heard from my friends and other people that it's a bit difficult, and people would generally prefer Germany or any other places. But this is something that I've heard, and that I'm sharing first-hand experience from someone else. The healthcare, I haven't used it, but I have heard and seen people having a bit of difficulties getting an appointment, and it's of course you can have private, that's not a problem, and you just need to pay, but even then you have to wait a little bit. But yeah, it's healthcare, I think all over the world is within an impact industry, so I can understand that it can also impact over here as well. So looking ahead of the long-term residency and citizenship, mostly the people that I know over here as well are going towards citizenship. So the thing is that, like I said, you need to adhere to the rules and regulations. If a residency, you need to have the residence permit for the first 2 years, the 3 years, and then you're able to get the passport. But this is like for those people who are actually looking towards citizenship, but not to if it doesn't relate to you, I would say that you could stop the video over here. But yeah, usually this is the way you go towards citizenship, and it might take even more than 5 years, because there are 2 years you can talk about. It goes towards bureaucratic stuff, where it is taking almost 7 to 8 years for people to get their passport as well. And then the future would actually depend on you, how you would want to live in Portugal. Furthermore, you want to go back, you want to settle somewhere else, or you want to, like again, like I said, you want to settle over here and see yourself living here for long term. That depends on you and your goals. And but this is basically how you would this is how the residency or citizenship program over here works. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think I've discussed everything, and I hope you like the video. If you have anything, please comment below. Please tell me what your thoughts are. I would love to hear what you have to say. Until next time, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and follow for more. Thank you.